Hey, how you doing, guys? This is ZDEyE here. So today I definitely wanted to finish up with my experience of getting double platinum trophies for God of War Ragnarok. Now, I want to clarify how exactly I did this because it wasn't through the normal means, for example, playing the game on a PlayStation 4 version and then transferring over the save and just simply auto-popping the PlayStation 5 version of the game. No. I actually basically started playing this game, the story, for the first time on the PlayStation 5 version of God of War Ragnarok. I played the story, I finished the story basically for it while experiencing this game. It was an incredible experience for sure. I already have made a full review for this, but this time I wanted to talk about, mainly how the progression has went through for its platinum adventure. So when I finished the story on the PlayStation 5 version of God of War Ragnarok, I told myself that this was simply incredible. I want to re-experience this all over again. And that's exactly what I did. Basically, I have decided to replay the game, but this time I played on a PlayStation 4 version of the game. And I did all over again, right from the very beginning, because if you guys do not know, you cannot transfer the save from PlayStation 5 version back to the PlayStation 4 version of the same game. And that's unfortunate, but also actually gave me a little bit more value to replay it, find few nooks and crannies, interesting facts and interesting things that were perhaps hidden in the plain sight that maybe I did not notice while I was playing the game for the first time. And few things definitely did stood out to me. But after I played the game, I've decided to get the Platinum Trophy first for the PlayStation 4 version. And after I finally got that Platinum Trophy, all I did afterwards is simply basically transfer the save to the PlayStation 5 version, and so that's how I got the double platinums. It's not like I actually replayed the whole thing from the beginning to the end twice. It's basically finished the story twice and once getting a platinum trophy. That's more accurate to say, even though I got a double platinum trophy for this game. Now, I want to say that this game was an incredible experience of actually going through the platinum, and is definitely worth it, because I think that this game, God of War Ragnarok, actually hides pretty significant things inside of its side quests and stuff. The adventure of what you have to go through, and of course for the platinum trophy like you will be going through, it's so substantial that even more substantial than it was from the 2018 version of God of War. I think that this game actually, what it tells you to do and asks you to do to get those trophies, it actually makes the story or the lore or anything that you want to check out within this game so much more appealing, so much more grander. And I really like that. Personally, when you find out these little nooks and crannies, for example, freeing the beasts inside the realms and actually figuring out the story or their motivations and like their background story when Mimir is telling you about, don't worry, I'm not going to mention anything other than this stuff in terms of spoilers. There are going to be no spoilers in here. But yet, finding out these things like Mimir's telling the stories, like every time when you're going through, like for example, collecting ravens or killing ravens, I should say, like every time you're in a boat or some means of traversal, and Mimir is telling you little stories about the adventures of anything really, right? It's so interesting. It just doesn't really, how can I say, it does not overstay its welcome. In fact, I asked more and more. Most of the occasions I actually, it seems like they are still continuing with the conversation, right? And I want to get off, maybe go to the specific part and, to get that raven or whatever. And yet I want to hear out what they got to say about the specific thing or this lore. It's so interesting and entertaining. And making that adventure, that kind of continuation towards the platinum for this game made it so much more rewarding, so much more educational, and so much more less kind of repetitive or even grindy. Like every time when you go for platinum trophies, and a lot of games, unfortunately, even good games, unfortunately, always get into this trap of being overstaying its welcome, or perhaps it's simply becoming too much. This, even though there's a lot to do here, this still did not overstay its welcome. This platinum trophy is seriously the best way and the definitive way of experiencing this masterpiece and actually finding out things that you perhaps did not know were there. Now, a few things were a little bit bullshit, I think. Maybe particularly if you know what I'm talking about, the Berserker fight, or is that how to refer to? But yeah, basically, they were... Yeah, I don't know how much I can say. I feel like they might be going in the spoiler category. Like, basically, there were some bosses that you had to face off, and it was quite ridiculous. And I literally had to tone down my damn difficulty to the easiest difficulty, and yet I still had some fucking troubles. It was quite difficult. But of course, you know, when you take the full advantage of your gear system and the runes that you've got, and keep upgrading them as much as you can, make sure you be overpowered if you can. Yet it still is tough. It's definitely still tough. But yet, you know, because you actually finalize, you actually gearing up for this, prepping the fight, and you're learning the patterns and stuff like that, it always comes out rewarding at the end of the day when you do manage to pull through. And, you know, I like the way these side quests, they tie in more towards the story, because I noticed that in God of War 2018, side quests were basically side quests. That's it. Like, you do this or that. And thankfully they weren't too repetitive back then, and they're definitely not either now. But in here, they feel like a part of the story, and they kind of have a very nice tie-in towards God of War Ragnarok. In some cases, even 2018 of God of War. And it just makes it so curious to see where everything is about to go next. So this makes it very appealing for me to, you know, follow along this road and seeing how this adventure will unfold, or perhaps, you know, start of a new adventure with different characters. And of course, that's a whole lot of different conversation. And again, that might be bloody spoilers, unfortunately. Guys, I don't really have much else to say except this was an incredible experience of Platinum Trophy adventuring, and I would highly recommend you to go for a Platinum Trophy. Like, for example, in particular, a lot of Grand Theft Auto games, it's just first thing popped into my mind. You want to experience the game for its story, the gameplay and stuff like that. But do not go for Platinum, unless if you hate yourself. No, it will be very difficult, very grindy, repetitive. And it's not exactly entertaining in a lot of cases. Here, I think that if you only finish the story, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. You need to go for a Platinum Trophy to get your money's worth, experience worth, story, characters, everything. And it's just simply eating up everything that it has in here. It is simply incredible. Guys, that's all I got. Tell me down in the comments as well, have you already gotten a Platinum Trophy for God of War Ragnarok, or have you not? I would love to read it. Alright, like and subscribe. See you guys all, and have a wonderful day.